ambition is said to be the first step to success and the last resort in failure. As is so beautifully put, just like an aeroplane cannot take off without its wings, same way a corporate leader's journey cannot begin without ambition. And why not? Because ambition is needed both in success and in failure. At times of success, the ambition inside you ensures that you don't become complacent. Don't rest on your laurels and try to keep striving for more. On the other hand, when going's bad, down in the dumps, your ambition will act as a motivational pull which will guide you to greater heights, give you the power to stand up and fight back so that you can recover back to a position of success. And of course, as they say, success is nothing but a string of failures. So ambition allows you to transcend and complete the whole journey. Why then, if ambition is such a beautiful thing, are some leaders called as over-ambitious? In my thinking, there is no such thing as excessive ambition. There is only misoriented, misdirected ambition. And that happens when a leader, instead of focusing fairly on all stakeholders around, starts excessively prioritizing his or her own self-growth goals. And to resolve this issue at Web, in our executive coaching, in our corporate training programs, we train leaders on a module called S.T.A.R framework to have your healthy, enlightening leaders' ambition. And what exactly is the S.T.A.R framework? Let me talk briefly about that. The S.T.A.R framework, the first pillar, S, stands for Stakeholder Orientation. When we look at great global leaders like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Andy Grove, in India, leaders like Ratan Tata from the Mahindra family and so many of them, the one virtue which defined their ambition was that they had a perfect balance between self-growth and growth of all the surroundings around them, right from employees, environment, shareholders, clients, suppliers. When a leader makes an appropriate mixture of ambition for self-growth plus stakeholder growth, he or she becomes a truly enlightening leader. The second pillar of an enlightening leader's ambition is T, and T stands for transformation. Transformation is needed in your approach to ambition because nothing which remains static or becomes stale can survive for long. So, transformation as one of the components of your ambition ensures that your ambition is daring. It is distinctive and you try to be different. And to my mind, one leader who beautifully epitomizes this is Elon Musk. Wasn't his ambition to go for space exploration, space tourism, or even for that matter, electric vehicles way ahead of others, a really transformative ambition example? This is something that leaders in your organizations need to acquire. The part A, which is the third pillar, goes for alignment. Alignment, my friends, is slightly different. The word in this context means making sure that by your transparency, by your communication, you bind all the stakeholders who are working for you together so that the entire organization ambition are aligned to achieve the goals that the organization intends to pursue. An organization which doesn't have this unity of direction could at times fall apart, and it is the leader's initiative to make sure that this doesn't happen. And finally, R, the fourth pillar, stands for resilience. And resilience in the context of ambition means that ambition is not just a spirit, but it is the art and tact of skill building. So that when going is great, you are acquiring those skills which will make you bounce back just in case you fail. All smart corporate leaders, while the organizations are doing good, are working on resilience as a component of their ambition to make sure that they are acquiring different kind of marketing, production, finance skills so that the organization is ambitiously moving forward but appropriating the skills which will help them in this journey.